and welcome to my review slash reaction of Monogatari Off and Monster Season. It's been a while since we got anything Monogatari, and once I heard that the original team was coming back to helm this series, and Shaft, of course, is involved, my excitement went through the roof. Now, let's get through my pros and cons, shall we? Now, one, I'm going to say a little fact just to let people know who have not seen Monogatari. This series is subtitle only. How the dialogue is, this show is dialogue heavy. But the dialogue, of course, is very well written and very engaging. That's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorites. And if you don't like subbed anime, well, I don't know what to tell you. This is probably not for you then. But if you are still interested, I would not start with this season. I would go back all the way to the first series that came out, Baka Monogatari. That is where you should start. Now, unfortunately, I've not seen the movie trilogy, the Kizu Monogatari trilogy yet. I'm planning on buying that eventually, and then I'll do reviews of that. But we are talking about off-season and monsters. Now, what are my overall thoughts of this series? One, I think Shaft has not lost their touch whatsoever. This series, this season, well, this first episode had all the charm and all the quirkiness that I've loved from the Monogatari series. All of that is still intact. So if you are a fan and you're coming into this, you don't have to worry about a thing. You can jump right into this without any problems whatsoever. Now, the pacing, despite this series being dialogue heavy, the pacing, in my opinion, has always been very good. In some stories, it can be a little lacking and feel a bit too slow, but for the most part, the pacing has always been excellent. The symbolism and meaning behind these stories, if you actually look into it, is really deep. So if you're looking for a series that has a lot of meaning and a lot of thought-provoking stories in it, Monogatari is definitely up there. Now, for the animation, pitch perfect. For the sound design, fantastic. Had no problems with that either. And overall, the voice acting, everyone has returned, which I'm very happy. They all do their parts like they never left. And I will of course be doing a full review of this series once it has finished airing. Now, my only cons with this series is it's not the easiest series to get into. It never has been, and it never will, and in my personal opinion, it shouldn't be. If someone wants to actually get into this series, and is actually wanting to, they should be willing to do it voluntarily. That's why I tell people to go back and watch Baka Monogatari, the first series. Now, that's all I really got. Now, I am going to go ahead and give this episode a solid 9 out of 10. I thought this was a fantastic first episode to Off Monster in Season, and I am very much looking forward to watching the rest of this series this season. And before I go, I want to thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and before you head out the door, please leave a comment. Now, this has been Ryder. I'm out.